thee every hour. So bless me now, my Savior. I come to I come to thee. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome to the Mental House. With me, your host, Khadijah. So, whatever side of the diaspora that you own, know that I know that y'all see what's going on in America. There are no words to describe what's going on other than sheer madness. Sheer madness. And you know what? Hmm. All demons will be revealed. And as you can see now, the way some people are showing their behinds, that we are actually living with straight psychopaths. And I know a lot of y'all get mad when I make statements like that, but white people, y'all got a gene in y'all. Now, in some of y'all, it lays dormant, okay? And which is a good thing, okay? But for the most part, y'all got a Neanderthal gene in you that lays dormant, which compels you to lie, cheat, steal, kill, rob, and be just disingenuous to the human family. Totally an opposition to who the indigenous people are. That's why the Native Americans said white man speaks with forked tongue. The black man came along and said the white man is the devil. Mm. And a lot of y'all thought that was so cruel. But here we are 50 years, maybe 100 years later, and now we can see that this devil is trying to convince you to have sympathy for somebody that wished you and your baby's death. Wait, let me make sure I articulate this correctly. Here we have a man in Charlie Kirk, so make sure I say it plain, that talked about Dr. King, how he was a fraud. There shouldn't have been a civil rights era. Talked about how black women are unintelligent, even though he dropped out of college. People like Ketanji Brown or Michelle Obama, these are just DEI and all this kind of craziness. And these people are so intelligent that a piece of trash like him couldn't even hold they jock straps. Okay? If they had one on. Now I'm looking at a pure demonic force that has been unleashed on sane and rational people that want to get us to try and have sympathy for people, a man who wished us dead. Now, I didn't wake up every day or wake up wanting Kirk, Charlie Kirk to get killed. I really didn't. But I always feel that the word and the rhetorics that you put out in the universe will make its way back in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, That's what I believe as an indigenous person. I don't expect for white people to even understand it because you're not indigenous, because you're not original. You're a knockoff. And that's why your heart is so hard. That's why you'd rather do anything than to play fair. So once we understand and we dissect the true nature of who the white man really is, you realize that if you sitting here trying to incorporate and keep thinking that, oh, he's going to change, no, he's not going to change. You always going to have those pockets like the John Brown uh, uh, um, ancestors or people that was cut off of uh, the strong white ancestors that were willing to sacrifice for truth. You're always going to have an element of that pocket. But for the most part, these people are not your friends. They don't want to be your friends. They are your natural enemy. And when you look at J.D. Vance, and when you look at Donald Trump, and when you Charlie Kirk and Nick Fuentes, these people are being paid large sums of money to keep division and racism going. And it's their hatred for us that they don't never run out of content. But one thing I will continue to say about us black people, we are the first people that God ever made. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and get, y'all upset when you say, that's that race stuff that you talking. Okay, I won't say we the best, but I will say we the first. And you do with that what you want to do with it. God chose to represent himself in earthly form through us, the black man and woman. And I think we represent it as well. We represent what humiliation is. We represented what humility is. We represented what love is to these people. We've represented what kindness is. We've represented what nurturing is. Can you believe you got an entity, a group of people that wanted you to nurse their babies because they were so damn lazy? But then their whole existence is projected. So they done projected you as lazy. Think about that for a minute. Their whole mindset is gaslighting and lies. And prove me wrong. Because everything they've told you is a lie. From who gave you math, science, literature, everything. They lied to you. They lied to us. And so those of y'all who believe this wicked, demonic energy, you don't know a lot. Because once you shed off his mind and begin to understand your people, who you are, and how relative you are to the universe, then you will realize who God is. Because God really flows through you, and you don't have to fake like Donald Trump and make Bibles and manipulate the divine because it's in you. And all you have to do is recalibrate it. That's all. I'll see y'all in the next video.